Hey everyone, welcome back to another high quality foodie feature for you here on the channel. Cheaters Camp style, after hours over at Little Caesars to go in on what looks to be something a little extra for their extra most bestest pepperoni pizza. That's right, so here we go with the pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust pizza. And as always, a very lovely situation coming right out of the pizza portal, guys. This is ultra fresh right now. So what we've got here is a large fan favorite extra most bestest pepperoni pizza topped off with 50 slices of pepperoni, or 9 feet of it actually, and of course it's mixed with all the goodness in the cheese department, mozzarella and Munster all over the place. But guys, the big draw with this one is there's 3 feet of cheese stuffed into the crust, and I gotta say guys, along with that, you're getting some pepperoni action on the inside of the crust as well. A very lovely situation and it looks fantastic. And speaking of the crust, we've actually got some Parmesan and butter flavor baked right into it as well. So guys, a nice combination of goodness here all around and plenty of pepperoni and of course cheese to go around. And guys, come on, it's stuffed crust. How could you not want to get into this, right? Well, I'm definitely not going to wait to do that. It's the pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust pizza here at Little Caesars. Let's peep out this flavor. You know, I got to admit, and most of you guys may know this already, but pepperoni is not my all-time go-to when it comes to pizza toppings, but I have to admit, this looks pretty fantastic. And guys, when it has so much cheese on the inside of the crust, I was sold right there. Who doesn't love stuffed crust, right? All right, as difficult as pizza is to review in the car, I'm gonna give it that old college try here right now. Let me pick up a piece of this real fast. Wow, the grease is real on this one. Take a look at that, guys. Nice and greasy. The pepperoni action with over 50 slices. You expect this pizza to be a little wet, right? But take a look at that on the inside. You can almost kind of see through that there. Plenty of cheese and nice little rings of pepperoni action. Guys, let's give this a shot right now. It's the pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust pizza from Little Caesars. Let's peep this out. Oh yeah. Come on. All day long. All right, so obviously I didn't want to wait on this one. Of course, you got to take a bite in the very front just to kind of get the mood set. You know, I mean, this looks fantastic already, but you really want to dovetail right into the taste of the pizza itself before you get into that crusty cheese action in the very back over here. But guys, I'm digging the pepperonis. Take a look at this here. As you guys can see, nice caramelized edges on those pepperonis. And if you look carefully, it looks like it's hit with an extra dose of Italian seasoning. This feels distinctly different from the last versions that I've tried over here. And honestly, I'm digging the presentation. But again, the grease is real. Look at the very bottom of this here right now. It is absolutely soaked, and I gotta be very careful with this one here. My fingers are completely lit up with the greasy goodness. But again, pretty fantastic here. One more bite in the front, and we're definitely gonna get into this crust, guys. Hang on. Oh yeah. Banging. Let me give you another quick shot of the crust on this one here, and as you can see, another oily situation indeed. But if you're noticing in the very back, it seems like it's toasted just a little bit more, and maybe because it's a little bit heavier in the back, and maybe the way it's sitting in the pan, the way it's baked there, but I'm really digging the presentation there. And as you guys can see, plenty of the cheesy goodness in effect, guys. 3 feet of cheese going around this one here, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the overall appearance of this one here. Looks really good. So a little bit of the Parmesan action in the very back, and naturally with the butter wash, we're gonna get into that as well, but a very lovely situation with the extra most bestest here. Just a banging situation already. And for those of you who are familiar with the Little Caesars playlist here on the channel, you're probably gonna remember that I reviewed the stuffed crust version of the extra most bestest back in the day. So this is pretty much the same pizza, but they're putting pepperoni into the actual crust itself here. And guys, if you wanna go way back in the day, they actually had a stuffed crust deep dish version of this. That was one of my early reviews, which is exactly what this is, pepperoni and cheese in the thicker deep dish version. So this is pretty much the evolution of that, but on a smaller scale, but a bigger scale. Smaller because it's a thin crust pizza, but a bigger scale because they've got way more pepperoni in this one here. So without further ado, one more quick shot of that one right over there. I'm gonna bite to the other side, as you guys can see there. Nice shot of the cheese and pepperoni. Let's give it a shot. A block of mozzarella, easy. Oh wow, that is crazy good. Well, there's a reason each of these slices is about 400 plus calories, guys. When you have this much cheese and this much pepperoni, and of course with the bread, you know it's gonna be a little bit up there. But as you can see, there is no shortage of the good stuff here. Of course, you've got plenty of the extra most bestest action on the very top. And naturally, even though the cheese is beginning to settle, it is definitely hearty. And of course, the little ringed action with the pepperonis to go around it, I am really digging that. This is really good. Oh, and did I mention the grease is real? Guys, I'm so glad I have so many napkins under me here right now because it is a crazy, wet, oily situation going on in my car right now. But guys, a very delicious situation. Let's keep going in. This is really good. And that crust, light Parmesan at the end. You know, I gotta say, all the years of doing reviews here on YouTube, I have to admit, guys, even though pepperoni, like I said in the beginning, is not my all-time go-to, I can really appreciate the tastiness of what it has to offer. Now, because there's so much pepperoni on here, one of the main things that I just don't like about it is the grease factor, because it's just so oily. But at the same time, the flavor is there, the saltiness is there, the seasoning is there, and when you combine that with the Parmesan, the butter flavoring that I'm getting in the back, and the extra cheese, just a banging situation. It really is. So for all you pepperoni lovers out there, I get it. I see why you guys definitely dig it. But guys, honestly, when you combine it with all the goodness of the standard stuffed crust goodness that you're gonna see here, but on overload because of the amount that's in here, I have to admit, even though it looks like it's settling on the inside, there's a lot of cheesy flavor with this. I love the fact that it has that extra meat action because of the pepperoni going with. But honestly, I can't help but feel I'd love to see like a sausage extra most bestest variant with the pepperoni on the inside as kind of like the chaser at the very end. I think that'd be kind of cool. But guys, a lovely situation on this, and honestly, it's a banging upgrade to the fan favorite extra most bestest to begin with. And when you add even extra to that, guys, this is the extra most bestest pizza as far as I'm concerned. A lovely situation.
Pizza, pizza.
So with all that said, I'm gonna have to give the pepperoni and cheese stuffed crust pizza, aka the super extra most bestest pepperoni pizza as far as I'm concerned, a rock solid 9 out of 10. Guys, this one absolutely delivered across the board, even if it was a little on the oily side because of all the pepperoni that was on that. And like I said, pepperoni's not my go-to, but I can appreciate it. It was delicious. The saltiness was pretty crazy on it. But guys, if you really want my honest opinion again, we need a sausage variant of the extra most bestest with some pepperoni in the very back for variation. That would be a really cool combo, and I think they should really do that over here. But as it stands, you're getting a lot of cheese on this one all across the board. It's a cheese lover's heaven. It's a pepperoni lover's heaven. And honestly, you can't go wrong for the price on top of it. 10 bucks, sign me up. All right, so I'm not even gonna ask you if you're gonna give this one a shot because obviously you're making it this far into the review. You probably already have already, to be honest. So do me a quick favor, drop some comments down below. Let me know what variation of something like this that you'd like to see on the menu over here, outside of just the standard pepperoni or sausage. Do you wanna see some hybrid meats? Something extra to go into that crust in the back? There's so much they can do over here, I don't know why they haven't yet. Drop some comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, Cheaters Cam style. After hours, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So wait, stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Come on, Little Caesars, bring back the deep dish variant of this stuffed crust pizza with that pepperoni in the back. But you know what? Swap in some bacon instead and maybe sausage on the top. Just saying. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.